Check. Peace. Peace. Can y'all hear me? I can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Are we good? Yes. Oh shit. Stefan said it was trash. God damn. Wow. Okay. Strong. I've seen the reviews, and you know I've seen the reviews, and I'm like, let me make my own judgment. Let me go see this shit for my goddamn self. Of course, Mini Me did not want to go see the shit. Which shout out to Mini Me because she was like, Daddy, I don't want to see this movie. So I said, okay, cool. I'll go see for myself by myself. And this will be all things Captain Marvel. If you haven't seen it, there's going to be spoilers. I mean, what the fuck is there to spoil? This movie is nothing to write home about. So let me get to the acknowledgments of everybody that's in the house real quick. So yeah, yes sir, form runner, yes indeed, yes indeed. Shu, Stefan, Big O, Candace, AJB, Carly. I mean, Carly it's been a while. Mr. Styles, Griff, you tripping? You didn't. Griff, I'm gonna get to it, brother. I didn't say it was complete basura, but it's damn close. Tyrese Locast. All I want to hear is, was it a good yes or no? Brother Locast, I'm gonna give this a. I can't say it's a good yes. I'll say it's a very soft yes. If you're into the MCU universe timeline, then yeah, you kind of need to see this movie because this all takes place before Ronan goes rogue, pretty much, and makes his deal with Thanos, right? Yeah, it was good to see Lee Pace back as Ronan. I like that part. But yeah, I would say if you're into timeline and following current line of events with the MCU, then yeah, you would need to kind of see this movie, kind of sorta. But it's a very soft yes for me. This is a very average run of the mill. This is like an Ant-Man movie. I didn't even go see the last Ant-Man and Wasp. I haven't seen that flick yet. Um she is so OP. And for those that understand what OP means, she's so ridiculously overpowered. And like I said before I even seen this movie, I told y'all she bonded with the Tesseract to a certain extent. So her powers come from the light engine that was powered by the Tesseract. And when she shot it and to blow it up to keep Wu Yang from getting the plans during the explosion, her body becomes immersed in the Tesseract energy and it bonds with her. The Kree have put devices in place to keep her in check because they knew how ridiculously overpowered she would eventually become if she ever discovered her true nature power. Okay. Tyrese was happening. Eloy, Natasha, D. Felda, Candace. You doing shitty, bro? That's not good. Yo, Nick Satterwhite, everybody. Nick's in the house. Power Gray. I fell asleep after. Wait. You said you fell asleep after. So wait. I can't stay awake in movies anymore. None of it holds my attention. I agree. It's hard now, because once we see things in a different light, it's kind of like Stephen Buckner, yes. Eloy, yeah. I haven't, like I said, I have not seen Ant-Man and Wasp. I know the quantum realm is very key in the whole Avengers Endgame. And I'm going to give you my Avengers Endgame theory. Okay, just bear with me. Let me who else? Who I'm missing? Wake the hell up! What's happening, bruh? Sound like a feminist wet dream? You know what? It's very pro woman. They didn't make Nick look like a dummy, which I was worried about. I thought they're going to relegate Nick Fury to like almost like a bumbling idiot compared next to Carol Danvers, which he wasn't. But he wasn't the badass Nick Fury that we're used to. He wasn't Winter Soldier Nick Fury badass. He was like, it was, the beginnings of S.H.I.E.L.D., or at least the beginnings of his tenure of S.H.I.E.L.D. Listen, if you know the history of Nick Fury, Nick Fury's always been a badass. In this movie, he is not badass. He's not. If you're looking for Winter Soldier Nick Fury, nah. White woman steals the show. White woman is the supreme being in this movie. And I'm not going to go too crazy with it because I will put this live stream on my movie review channel. But in this movie, the white woman is God. I can't say anything else. The white woman is God in this movie. Take it for how you want, good, bad, or indifferent. The supreme being in this movie is the white woman. Warn me before you spoil the end credits so I can mute. Okay, I'm gonna Miss Jeline, hey, how you doing? All right, let me go ahead and get the end credit scenes out the way. Eloy. So 3, 2, 1, end credit scenes. First end credit scene is the pager that Nick activates is in the hands of what's Steve and Black Widow. They got it they powered it up, they got it on a device. They were able to bypass the battery to keep the signal going, right? Rhodey comes in and say, hey, it stopped. Stop sending out the signal. And then, of course, Bruce Banner's in there. They all go into the same room where the page is located. And like, what happened? It just stopped sending the signal. Well, and Black Widow says, well, recharge it, turn it back on again. And we need to see what's on the other side of this signal. Lo and behold, here comes all of a sudden, Captain Marvel shows up. She asks, where's Fury? That's the first one. Second one is Hurricane Baby Jesus. What's happening? Second one is the cat is not a real cat. It's a flurkin. It's a highly dangerous creature with tentacles. It coughs up the Tesseract at the very end of the movie. Now, if you remember your Avengers timeline correctly, you remember in the first Avengers, no human could touch the Tesseract. It was kept in a box, right? No human could physically touch the Tesseract. Remember that? Okay, of course, Carol Danvers, yeah, she's human, but she is a super powered human because of the Tesseract energy. She's able to play with the Tesseract and yada and hold it in her hands, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so I know people are looking for plot holes. There's enough plot holes in this movie. You can find it all day long, but that's how she's able to hold the Tesseract in her hand because she is powered basically by the Tesseract. Here is my Avengers Endgame theory. It's a doozy. The quantum realm, and you see it in all the media today. They got the quantum computers up and running. They got they're playing with timelines. And shout out to Mac. I'm doing my research on the double slit theory that he told me to look up. Quantum is everywhere. Okay, on a very minute, minuscule, almost cosmic level, right? These people are basically the Eternals. All right, they can play with timelines and back and forth with what are I'm looking for? Time travel, basically. Okay, here's my Avengers Endgame theory. Oh, then the scrolls. Yeah, that's I'm gonna get into the plot of this. My Avengers Endgame theory. Now, I know in the end credit scenes of Ant-Man and Wasp, they allude to being able to go into the quantum realm and play with that shit. So what I believe is going to happen, I believe the scenario that Doctor Strange foresaw was that they've already gone back in time through the quantum realm to steal the original Infinity Stones. The stones that Thanos has are copies, very good copies that are only designed to work one time. Okay. So now, after the snap, part of the Thanos' undoing is they're going to go back and represent the original Infinity Stones, reset everything in its correct path, and then Captain Marvel is going to whoop Thanos' ass. I've told y'all before this movie comes out, I'm telling y'all how ridiculously overpowered Captain Marvel is in this movie. Thanos does not stand a chance. The woman is the walking Tesseract. That is it. She is the walking Tesseract. There's not too many people in this particular universe that will be able to go toe to toe with her unless the Eternals, Celestials, those type of guys. Thanos is nowhere near that level. He's going to get whooped on badly in Avengers Endgame. You heard it here first. And if you want to take money to bet, I'll be happily to take your money. If you want to base wagers upon my theory, or at least half of my theory. Thanos is more powerful in the comics. Yeah, but there's a few people that have killed Thanos in the comics. I remember Drax was one of them, ripped out Thanos' heart. God forbid we mention Squirrel Girl. She kills every freaking body. But we're not talking about comics, Griff. I'm telling you right now, bruh. Y'all, heed my words. Captain Marvel is gonna mollywop Thanos in his in game. I'm telling you, y'all seen this movie. If you've already seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. I'm on point with my shit right now. Iron 5, what's happening? Don Gordito. Let me see. Yes, BSG is in the house. BSG. Power of Grace, Shafiq. Yeah. Pascal Beverly Randall. That is true. That is correct. We get live. What's happening? I bet you $20 Disney, nigga. You know what? That's such an easy bet. If I'm gonna take your money, make it 50. I bet anybody $50. Anybody $50. Captain Marvel whoops on Thanos. Run it. $50. Run it. Who wants in? Run it. Yo, Kiana Rojas. What is this? What is this link in my chat? What is that? This is my animation. It's on my friend's channel because she helped me out. Are you asking me to promote your link, or are you just blasting it? Griff, you want in on this $50? Okay. As a matter of fact, let me get out my pen. My first victim is gonna be my homeboy Griff. Oh my gosh, I love taking money. Griff, I got you. You're my first victim. Who else wants in on this? Who else wants in on this $50 bet that I'm saying my wager is Captain Marvel is going to whoop on Thanos? Okay. Kiana Rojas, are you asking me permission to blast a link that you've already posted in this chat? Are you for real right now? Will this be by cash? It don't matter, Bumbleclot. Cash App, PayPal, Google Pay. You want to send me a check? I'm not doing Bitcoins. So I'm taking wagers right now, $50 a pop, that Captain Marvel is gonna beat up Thanos pretty bad. Okay. I want to say I want in, but your theory seems solid. Okay. I don't sound too crazy after all. I'm just gonna wait till end game. See you scary. Right? So you gonna wait. All right. I got one brave soul. That's Griff is the only guy. Griff's my only guy. I bet you $50 Infinity Endgame is gonna be trash. No, it's not. Stop. You sound crazy right now, bro. I'm come get my money. You know, I'll drive up to you. I know you in the city, bro. I'll drive it up to you. I'll deliver it to you in person. I'll live stream it. I can't stand the push for Captain Marvel. She's the embodiment of everything wrong with the modern comic book industry. Reese Howard, no arguments there, sir. None. Okay, so let's get into Captain Marvel real quick. Do I have inside info? I know some people. But hear me out. Even without my people, they've already said she's the most powerful person in the MCU. Okay? Now, what chance does Thanos have? And she's a female. A white woman at that. Seriously? I mean, I don't have to spell it out for you guys. I don't have to walk you down this yellow brick road, but you see where it's going. I really don't even need the inside information to tell you how this is going to end up. Okay. Y'all see, listen, I need y'all to stop. Y'all want to bring comic book logic to cinematic universe. You can't do that. These people have already said she is the most OP character right now in the MCU. Okay. All right. I'm just saying the white woman is the god in the MCU. I know y'all don't want to hear it. They tell y'all, okay? She's positioned to beat him, but Stark is going to be the one. From what they're saying, it's going to be her. Well, it's a 3-part ass whooping that he gets. So the first part, I'm told, is the stones that he had are not real. Okay. The second part is in the physical fight, Captain Marvel pretty much beats him up. Okay. Third part is apparently Steve Rogers does die. Apparently he dies in this one. Now that they've been going back and forth with the rumors for the last year about this movie. All right. Fourth, it's implied that Bucky takes up the mantle as the new Captain America. Fifth, Thanos does not die per se. He's always going to be around as Thanos is going to be like, I don't want to say like a Frieza, almost like a Frieza. Like he's not, once Goku surpassed Frieza, it's like, okay, nigga, you can't whoop me. We'll let you live, and I'll play around, whatever. We'll spar from, but at the end of the day, it's going to be like he's almost going to be like a Frieza. He's going to be around somewhere. You know what I mean? Prince Omid, what's happening? So yeah, Hulk gonna get in his ass to. Okay, I mean, we'll see how the Russo brothers, how it plays out, but that's what we're looking at right now. So they don't say Thanos dies; he just gets beat up from all fronts, losing the stones, or the stones is not real. Captain Marvel, and in the third act, it's bits and pieces from what I'm getting from the third act. So Captain Marvel, run of the mill, average. If you're gonna put this in your top 10 Marvel movies, probably like 8, 9, 10. I'm being nice. Brie Larson's acting, very stiff. I can't believe this woman has an Academy Award. That's the crazy part. This woman has an Academy Award. Brie Larson, right? Nick is pretty much relegated to sidekick, comical. His interaction between him and the cat. He loses the cat scratches out his eye. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Right? The cat's been nice to him the whole time in the movie, and then all of a sudden it scratches his eye out for no apparent reason. Seriously. The cat eats about 6 or 7, 8 or 9 Skrulls, right? So then they changed the history of the Skrull and the Kree. So in the comics, the Skrulls are the bad guy. The Kree are kind of like anti-heroes. In this movie, not so much. This movie here, the Skrulls are refugees, and the Kree, the head Kree, or one of the head Kree scientists was Dr. Watson. Is that Lawson, played by Annette Bening? She realized the Kree are real tyrants and decided to help the Skrulls and the Skrull refugees and find a new home. Hence why she's working on the light speed engine to help them be able to basically outrun the Kree and find a new home. That's the whole premise of the movie. And unfortunately, Carol Danvers got caught up in a crossfire, right? Her plane gets shot down during the test run of the engine, right? It's revealed that Jude Law's character is the real bad guy, Kree altogether. The AI, the Supreme Intelligence. Oh, funny thing, the Supreme Intelligence is AI, right? So if you're looking for a transhumanist twist or a transhumanist salute or a nod, it's in this movie. The Supreme Intelligence is AI. The irony of that, right? Almost like a fake oracle, and the Supreme Intelligence appears to whoever in the form that's to a person that means the most to them. So no one ever knows the true look of the Supreme Being, right? Like angels in the Bible, you can't look upon a real angel because you turn to dust or you go blind to some shit. So angels come to you as, in a nice form that your mind can process. That's how the Supreme Intelligence works. So Annette Bening character is a Kree. She created the light engine to help the Skrull refugees. Now, for those looking for a secret invasion, remember the secret invasion storyline in the comics? We all do. You can still have that, but it's weird now because now you done made the Skrulls the good guys and the Kree the bad guys. So I don't know how they're going to play out the secret invasion if they go that route after Endgame, because the whole time Carol's is like, well, Earth's been invaded by a bunch of Skrull and infiltrators, yada yada yada. And so now, because you remember in Winter Soldier, right, the Hydra was run by Who? Okay, refresh my memory. For those that remember Winter Soldier, who was in charge of Hydra? Was it the Skrulls? We're not talking. Stop. Stop with Jean Grey shit. Stop. Stop with the Jean Grey shit. We're talking about MCU. Quit applying comic book logic to the MCU. Stop it. Just because they got the fucking X-Men rights, calm the fuck down. They're not gonna introduce the X-Men for a good while. Relax. You got another 5 or 6 years before they start introducing X-Men into the MCU. Relax. No, Red Skull was not he was not the big dog behind Hydra. Who was it? The Skrulls or the Kree? Red Skull was just a fucking he was like a Ronin to a Thanos. Someone refresh my memory. It wasn't the Knot. I mean the Knots. Y'all, are you not? Are you guys? They reference who was running Hydra, like the real controllers of Hydra. Strucker. Not talking humans. It was they either referenced the Kree or the Skull. It was either the Kree or the Skull. They said ran Hydra at the end of the day. Okay, so we're gonna go with the Skrulls. If that is true, you're gonna have a hard time trying to put together the Secret Invasion storyline if you have refugee Skrulls that are now the good guys, right? The black chick. What was her name? Marina Rambeau, Carol's flying partner, right? Now you know how I get with the dark skinned sisters in these TV and films. They never pick the baddest one. This woman was a very, very hard looking woman. She was not pretty in any bit of the least. She was not a pretty woman. She had this very light complected daughter. Walk with me. She had this very light complected daughter with no man. Okay. We get live. Can you do a video about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode when Santa Claus spoke to Will about not telling Nikki about Christmas being fake? No, does not interest me, bro. Does not interest me. So we got this dark-skinned sister who's very hard to look at, with this very light complected daughter with no man around. I don't even care about the comic book backstory of Marina Rambeau. I don't care. I'm going off what I saw on film. Okay. I will say this: watching her and Nick Fury team up, their little comic banter back and forth was cute. It was good to see two dark-skinned people not doing typical dark-skinned people shit. If you get my drift, right? I like their interaction. I almost thought for a split second they're going to have something going on, right? I almost for a split second I'm hoping they kind of flirt with each other and leave it out there. They didn't go that route. That was kind of disappointment. Well, let me see what else. This movie is pretty much forgettable, honestly. Only thing you care about are the end credit scenes, and the key point is how like I said, how OP she is. First act, when she's going on a mission, she got kidnapped. That's when they introduced the Skrulls, but you thought the Skrulls were the bad guys. Second act, it's been revealed they need help, and Ben Mendelsohn as the lead Skrull, he was funny. Ben Mendelsohn, for those that remember, what Star Wars movie was it? Rogue One, right? The guy that Vader choked out. He was funny as a Skrull. You're asking for too much now, my nigga. They gave y'all Wakanda. I mean, Marco, brother, I'm with you. I'm with you. Wait. Prince man, what'd you say? Can't call it. Might spoil it. I said clearly the titles are going to be spoilers. She wasn't hard to look at. Get off that dark skin, so you know I can speak on that. Griff, my G, was that woman pretty to you? Griff, was that woman pretty to you? Griff, she was pretty to you? Matter of fact, everybody that saw the movie, Was the dark-skinned sister pretty to y'all? My question to my chat peoples: was the dark-skinned sister pretty to y'all? I'm asking men or women. Was she pretty? If you saw her in the club, are you going to approach? If you're in the club and you're not drunk and you're not trying to fuck, are you going to approach this woman? If you see her in the grocery store wearing a sundress, are you going to approach this woman? If you're on the street and she walks by you, are you going to do a double take? If you're in a store and she bumps into you and you both drop your bags, and you know how you reach for the bags and you both look up, are you going to get that moment of, this could be the one? All women are pretty sly. No, they're not, Nick. Reg, thank you, sir. Nick, quit playing. They are not all pretty. I'm the nigga that's going to say not all women are pretty. Now, listen. The woman was not pretty. Griff, where you didn't answer my question. Griff, where you at? Get your ass back here. She had nice skin, but not. She had nice skin. She had nice skin complexion and some nice white teeth. Other than that, she was not pretty. Y'all know what fucking pretty is. Quit playing with me. Well, how many women gonna give you that? Griff, you stupid. Griff, you stupid. Griff. That was funny. You did it. Okay, Griff. Okay, seriously. You think of all of Hollywood, they couldn't have picked a prettier, darker complected sister? This chick looked homely. You know what's funny? Forgive me. When I first watched the very first trailer months ago, I thought it was fucking Kelly Rowland. When they did the scene where they're in the jets and they do this, the Hawaiian sign. Okay, so bear with me. Months ago, a friend of me sent me a sizzle reel of this movie, right? Quick shots of the movie of Captain Marvel. It was the one shot when they're in the jets side by side and they do this. I swear to God, I'm like, yo, Kelly Rowland's in this movie? Because she looked from that far out, from that angle, she looked like Kelly Rowland. She had the sunglasses on, the short haircut. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in. Yeah, Kelly Rowland. And then I found out she's not in this movie. I'm like, who is this chick? She looks good. Mind you, the angle's way out. Okay, you know what scene I'm talking about. From way out, the scene it's a long shot. It's what they call a long shot. And I'm like, okay, this sister looks good. You know, she got the glasses on, nigga. And then the trailers come out. I'm like, who is this chick? I'm like, oh, nigga. Exactly. Until you get close. No, Amina, just Googled her. She not too cute, and she from London. I never think UK people are cute. Thank you. I never would have known that, sister, until you told me, because I didn't care to look this woman up. Naomi from WWE is the baddest dark-skinned female in the entertainment industry. Yeah, she be looking crazy with the contacts and shit. I like Naomi. They could have picked a better looking woman for this role. But it is what it is. It wasn't no typical nigga nonsense from the woman or from Nick Fury when they were interacting. I liked it. I liked their banter. I just wish I seen more of it. Third act, when she goes to confront the supreme AI, just like Neo did in the Matrix, right? And then she has her awakening, like her come to Jesus moment, where she realizes she's very powerful. She didn't need the Kree implant in her. The Kree blood had nothing to do with it at this point. Locast Disney catfishing. I mean, like I said, Locast, when I first seen the sizzle reel months ago, you couldn't tell me that wasn't Kelly Rowland from that particular shot. But I digress. Wait, Nick said y'all niggas hard to please. No, we not. Listen, you could be an ugly chick and have the most pleasant, most agreeable disposition, and you will get you a man. I've seen some rather average looking women, but guess what? They're very feminine. I don't want to turn this into another, I'm trying to keep it on a movie, but I've seen some very average looking women get some very upper echelon men, because as soon as they open their mouths, they're womanly, right? If you this what kills me with like really big women. Like if you're a BBW type and you're like the loud brat, if you're like a Nell Carter, like, bitch, shut up. You're fat. You should be way more humble, right? When I see BBW that's all loud and brash and talking all this I'm like, no, bitch, you should be real humble, because you are one cheeseburger away from a goddamn diabetes stroke. Okay? Let's be honest here. Tough to put this movie right before Endgame. They should have dropped. Yo, they sure should have. Griff, I have not watched the Joe Rogan Alex Jones. I'm not here for that. I'm trying to keep this on the movie. Okay. No mention of appearance of Gladiator, head of Crete. Nope. Exactly. Nope. So, Nick, you know what I'm saying is the truth. Okay, because I have dealt with some rather average looking women, but guess what? When they open their mouths, it's flowers and candy, right? It's sugar and spice and everything nice, right? But I'm just saying. Okay, so she confronts the Supreme AI. She beats the Supreme AI in her mental fight, right? Because she had this mental block that the Kree had convinced her she's nothing without the Kree, and she had low self-esteem. Let's be honest. She had low self-esteem, right? And she realized her worth, and then she ascended. Okay. So then third act, she fights off everybody to keep the Tesseract. And so the reason why she's gone for 10 years, she had to go fix the Kree Skrull relationship, because now she realized the Kree were the ones that are at fault, and the Skrulls are just, are the Autobots to the Kree's Decepticons. So that's where she goes. She goes to find them a home. Then she goes back to Hala to fix. She sets up the Kree Skrull peace amendment, right? The peace treaty. That's where she's been for 10 years. That's why it took her so long to get back. And yes, Griff, you're right. Mar-Vell is the woman, Annette Bening's character. So we all know the original Captain Mar-Vell was a guy. Yes, this is where the feminist propaganda comes in, thanks to Disney and Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy and all those goofies over at Disney. Yes, so Captain Mar-Vell is officially a woman in the MCU. So much for the men. Yo, Minerva. I liked Minerva. I wish she had more screen time. I liked her, even though she's in blue makeup. You can tell she looked good underneath the blue makeup. Okay. Honestly, guys, about next month, we'll forget this movie. Next month, it's going to be Shazam, Endgame. Yeah, this movie will be forgotten in the next 30 days. What type of ritual do you think they made them stars? Do they get the movie real? If you have to ask Andrew, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Yeah, Reg, you know, you remember how, Captain Mar-Vell was a guy. Captain Mar-Vell is officially a woman. Yes. And they kept saying it. It's Mar-Vell, 2 words, Mar-Vell. And then Nick's like, well, I like Marvel. Marvel sounds better. I get it. Yo, Shazam looks funny. And then also Jaimin Hunsu's character, remember in the Guardians of the Galaxy, he ends up being a worker for Ronan. So it was good to see him back in the MCU again. Because I mean, this guy, Jaimin Hunsu, remember the first role he was in Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember Quill was looking for whatever, and it was like, meet Star-Lord. He's like, who? So it's good to see Jaimin Hunsu. Matter of fact, Jaimin Hunsu was the fish guy, the mermaid guy in Aquaman. If you guys didn't know, Jaimin Hunsu out here getting checks. This nigga's in MCU and DCEU at the same damn time. Shout out to Jaimin Hunsu. That brother stays getting a check, and he's been doing this thing for ever since the Janet Jackson video 30 years ago. Y'all remember the Blood Diamonds, exact, with Leo DiCaprio? Shout out to Jaimin Hunsu. Been putting in work. work on these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So he been putting in mad work. Do I believe there's a money grab to wet that plate? And yeah, I think they put part of this was also to kind of stall DC's ascent right now, because DC right now, whether y'all want to admit it or not, DC's on a roll. DC's on a roll. The reviews for Shazam, I ain't heard a bad one yet. So this will make 4 with Shazam. This will make 4 wins for DC in a row. We started off with Wonder Woman. We started off with damn it. Okay, make 4. Yeah, Wonder Woman. This would make what came after Wonder Woman, y'all? What came after Wonder Woman? Give us free. Yeah, I'm a star. We'll never forget that part. Give us free. Yeah, they already got the sequels not planned out for Aquaman. I like the Trench if they go with the Marianas Trench story. I like that. Suicide Squad. I throw Suicide Squad in there. So we got the Squad, we got the Wonder Woman, we got Aquaman, and now we're gonna have Shazam. So that's 4. I'd say 4 in a row for DC right now. I think DC, if Kevin Sugihara and the other guy would just let the guys do what the fuck they're supposed to do. I'm still mad about Zack Snyder, how they pretty much handicapped the man. I wanted to see his trilogy for the Justice League planned out. I wanted to see Darkseid and his motherfucking man. I'm still pissed about how they handled Zack Snyder. Moving forward for the MCU, to be honest with you guys, for the next 10 years, I'm not hyped about none of these movies coming out. I don't care for Black Panther 2. I don't care for the Black Widow movie. I really don't care for the Eternals, right? I don't care for Doctor Strange 2. I don't care for Spider-Man Homecoming. That's 5 movies within the next 3 years. I don't even give a shit about. I don't give a shit about. So for me, Marvel's gonna have to work double time to kind of repeat and to get the luster back. I mean, to me, it's just everything has an ascension and a descension. To me, I think MCU's on a decline right now after Endgame, because once you kill off Cap, and however you're gonna have to keep Stark around for how many more movies, right? Because he is the cement block. He is the first stone. For all my Masons out there, the cornerstone. Stark is the cornerstone. How long do you keep using Stark in movies moving forward, especially if you get rid of Cap? And then you killed Thor, and I don't mean kill him, but I mean you took away Thor's teeth in Ragnarok. For those that remember the Ragnarok comics, it was epic. I'm not negative, Marco. I'm just calling it what it is, bro. Okay, I'm just calling it what it is. You can't tell me. You look at these next 7-8 movies slated from Marvel, and you get excited. You're excited for Black Panther 2? Seriously? You're excited for Doctor Strange 2? Are you excited for Spider-Man Homecoming? You're excited for Black Widow? For real? Seriously? You're excited about these movies coming out? Exactly, Griff. They're going to have to, at some point, introduce Silver Surfer and Galactus. That's the only way you're going to get this shit back to its original luster. You're going to need those two. Definitely. Dr. Doom, I'm still mad about how they did him with Fox and the Fantastic Four. Right now, even though Dr. Doom is an awesome character, but right now you're going to need the big dog Galactus. You're going to need the big G. Seriously. Roscoe, is Captain Marvel stronger than Century? I wouldn't say so, but that's debatable. Yeah, they can keep Black Panther 2. Like I said, and then if Black Panther doesn't do Black Panther 1 numbers, then what? Right? Because I don't see it doing those numbers again, ever. Yeah, Dr. Doom is a motherfucker in the comics, by all means. But right now, who would you rather see? Dr. Doom or Galactus? Because you're going cosmic now, right? You don't introduce outer space, right? You done took us to outer space. He done took us to different galaxies and different cosmos. Come on, Guardians of the Galaxy opened the cosmic door. You done killed off Ego, which was dumb. Ego in the comics, you know how powerful Ego was, and you just reduced him to nobody in the comics, right? The Collector, he was pretty powerful in the comics. What the fuck is he doing now? Ain't he dead? Right? You need Galactus. You need Galactus very, very badly within the next decade. Matter of fact, in the next 5 years, you better start alluding to Galactus pretty soon. But here's the thing, Griff. I respect Warlock and Nova. I don't want to see them. I want Galactus. That's it. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Because if you do Galactus right, then you got to bring in the Fantastic Four. You got to start alluding. I see where they're going, but this is where I would like to see it go. Big difference. What their vision is and what I would like to see as a fan, we'll probably never see eye to eye. But within the next 5 years, in one of these movies, you got to start talking about Galactus. At least mention the Silver Surfer, because if you talk Silver Surfer, without a doubt, they go hand in hand with Galactus. If you talk about Galactus, then you got to talk about the Fantastic Four, because they're really the only ones that can really kind of negate Galactus in the comics, if y'all remember, right? King Sai, what's happening? Need to add Spawn to the mix. For what? Thank you for the super chat, but why do we need Spawn? Where does Spawn fit in all this? And that's a legitimate question to you. Where does Spawn fit in with all this? All these motherfuckers, all these badasses I just mentioned. Listen, everybody I just mentioned is stupid over OP'd. Where does Spawn fit in all this? Seriously. They're doing a Spawn reboot, so I don't need to see Spawn in the MCU. Black Panther was a beach nigga. He was afraid to fight. You stupid. Shafiq, you stupid. Oh, I'm excited because I don't know the comics. See, yeah, that's the problem. For those of us that know the comics, once again, trying to apply comic logic to a movie adaptation is not realistic to a certain extent, and we kind of set ourselves up for a downfall. We get disappointed when we don't see it happen the way we thought it would pan out in the comics, you know. Let's not forget, and Surtur and Dormammu, right? They're not dead, but remember how they introduced Surtur in Thor Ragnarok? Almost comic relief. Like, this is Surtur, dude. Like, this is the dude that's responsible for Ragnarok. And in the first 10 minutes of the movie, he's like comic relief. Like, Thor's telling jokes. Like, this is once again, this is where I tell people stop applying comic book logic, because I'm doing the same thing. I remember Thor Ragnarok, the comic. It was very, very dark, very deep. People were dying by the droves. Okay. That's how, like, Thor Ragnarok, the comic, like, I can't explain to y'all. For only my comic book heads know how deep and crazy that series was. And you watch the movie. To me, I'm like, y'all played around with it. Y'all wasted a huge storyline. I didn't care about Hela like that, you know. But that's just, like I said, once again, that's me. Cause like, this will be female watch. Let's go, DC. Nah, Yoko, you stupid, but thank you. You stupid. Yeah, a lot of people don't know how. Yeah, Ultron, right? Ultron is a badass in the comics, but once again, Shi'ar Empire is out there too. Yeah. True Griff. The Shi'ar is dope. But that's when. But see, that's Fox. That's X-Men stuff. I mean, once the properties get all worked out, and I mean, as far as story timelines, because like I said, this next decade of Marvel, I'm not super stoked about it, honestly. Right? Yeah, they took the teeth out of Ultron too. Ultron had daddy issues. At the end of the day, when you watch Avengers Ultron, you see a robot with daddy issues. How come Tony don't like me? How come Stark don't want to be my daddy? That's all I watched for Avengers Ultron. It was a robot with daddy issues. And then, not only that, You had the sibling rivalry between Ultron and Vision. What in the fuck is this I'm watching? Yo, C Boogie, shout out to C Boogie for the ones and twos. Don't scratch the record. Yes, sir. I won't do it. Hey, C Boogie. Hey, go submit subscribe to C Boogie. C Boogie, every time I think about that Obsidian live stream, dog, and you kept saying, yo, using the room DJ and scratching in your room, nigga. That's all I remember. Hey, I bet you was in the room scratching on the ones and twos in your room. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. I'm getting off track. C Boogie though, on the ones and twos, yes sir, indeed. So yeah, I can point out a lot of flaws in these last few Marvel movies, but like I said, I'm trying not to apply comic book logic to a movie adaptation. It's very, very hard to do, and you're not going to please everybody, which I get. But for the most part, your super badass ultra villains, they get washed. They get washed. You know? Yeah. Hurricane Baby G's. I agree. In the first decade, with this lineup they did it right. Moving forward, I named 5 movies I don't care about if I don't see. You know? 5 movies I don't care, I don't see. I will not be in line for I will not go see Doctor Strange 2 the first weekend. I will not go see Spider-Man Homecoming the first weekend out. I will not. I don't care. Mystique. Oh, okay. Awesome. Great. All right. He's the big bad. Okay. Marvel fell off like Star Wars with the PC stuff. Big disappointment. Wonder Woman is a better movie. Okay, it would have made better than Captain Marvel. I mean, like I said, Ultron will be back for Annihilation. I don't even know if they're doing that storyline, Griff. All I know is they got Secret Invasion is on the table. It's being discussed. But like I said, how do you do that when you got the Skrulls being the sympathetic refugees? So Captain Marvel is on the side of the Skrulls. Make it make sense. Right? The hard part is convincing the older Marvel fans that the characters after Cap, Tony, and Thor are just as important. So your new leaders of the new school are going to be who? Strange, Black Panther, Spider-Man. So you're telling me you care about Strange, Black Panther, Spider-Man as much as you care about Cap, Tony, and Thor. Cap, Tony, and Thor, that's your trifecta. You know, that's your foundation. That's the house you built this shit on. No other character you introduce will have as much impact or emotional attachment to people than those 3. You'll never find another 3 characters to circumvent or supplant what they've established in this universe. It's not going to happen. Timekeeper, what's going on, big dog? It's never going to happen. So that's the problem that Marvel is facing or going to face. So it would behoove them to introduce the big bads. You got the Fox library now, the X-Men. You better start using them shit pretty soon, or at least start alluding to them. Now, if you go the X-Men route, you could find there's plenty enough characters that you can introduce that would make you kind of like, okay, I'm ready to leave the original 3 and move forward with these guys. These next later movies, these characters I don't care about, but the X-Men, oh my god, if done right, you know, you got the Silver Surfers, Galactus. I'm fucking Dr. Dooms. Hell, you can do a Namor to counteract Aquaman. I mean, goddamn, what the fuck? Like the X-Men franchise, ridiculous, right? They should do reboot Flash Gordon. I would like to see that. I'm excited for the Dune reboot. They're casting everybody for Dune. I'm stoked about that. Like going Cosmo to get a whole new state of original. I agree. You're gonna have to bring in the big dogs like Galactus and Dune. I think they're better villains on paper. Me personally, to see. I mean, I like Thanos, but I don't know. Thanos, Doom, Galactus. I've always been drawn more to Galactus and Doom. Doom doesn't give a fuck about nothing. Doom wants to see Doom wants scorched earth. I can respect that. I share that sentiment to a certain extent. I want to see scorched earth myself. Galactus is just doing what he naturally does to sustain himself. So he's neither good nor bad, right? I like that aspect. I like that the problems that he presents. You can't kill him per se. I mean, even if you bring in the Ultra Nullifier or you take it from him, whatever the case may be. You can bring in guys like the Anti-Monitor. I think he would be a great character on film if done right. I mean, so that side of the game, oh my God, boundless options of where they could go with this thing. Do I think World Breaker Hulk would be a great movie? It would have been had they not done this goddamn Thor Ragnarok shit. This is what pisses me off. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. You took half of a great storyline from two storylines. You took half of World War Hulk. You took half of Thor Ragnarok, and you made it a buddy movie. Big mistake. Marco, they better not give me codes and the nukes. Oh, better not, because I'm pushing all the buttons. I'm blowing all this shit the fuck up. But yeah, they shouldn't. That's why I hate about Ragnarok, man. Like, you took two great storylines, put them together, and you just got this bullshit. This blah. Like World War Hulk. If for those my old heads, I remember the Illuminati, they sent him off to space, and he found out, and it was on the planet, and he came back and whooped on everybody. Oh my, that comic was ridiculous. How many people did he kill in that comic? He killed a few people in that comic. When he came back to Earth and was looking for the four guys, who was Strange, Panther, Reed, and who's the fourth guy? Who's the fourth member of the Illuminati in the comics, y'all? That sent Hulk off. Planet Hulk. I'm sorry. Okay, Planet Hulk. You know where I'm going with this. Who was the fourth guy? It was Panther, Strange, Reed. It was one more guy that decided to send Hulk off. Black Panther was part of the Illuminati. Yes, he was. He was the one of the four. Yeah, Black Panther was part of the Illuminati. It was X? Okay. Wait. Okay. Wait. Black Panther was one. Doctor Strange was one, right? Reed Richards was one, right? And then you guys are saying it was Professor X. I'm being lazy because I don't want to look it up. I'm just going off what you guys tell me. Those are the four. Those are the Illuminati. He did not take part in sending Hulk away, but he was on the council. Regardless. Right? And when he came back to Earth, they couldn't stop him. Right? And somebody remind me or refresh my memory. How did that storyline end? Who finally brought down the Hulk? Was it Sentry? I remember they fought to a draw. Well, it wasn't a draw because then Banner punched out Sentry in his human form. I remember they fucking fought to a draw, and they depowered, right? And it was a man-on-man versus fight, and Banner punched the dude out, a lucky shot, and the Sentry. So they brought, okay, that's right. They brought in Sentry to fight the Hulk. At the end, they fought to a draw, they depowered, and Banner hit the dude with a punch. That was the end. Right? Okay, so it was Black Panther, Strange, Iron Man, and Professor X. Thank you, Steph. Okay. You wasted that storyline. No, Reed Richards was one of them. It was 4, maybe it was a 5. I remember 4 being on the Illuminati. I could be wrong, but you wasted a huge storyline. Even if you just did a standalone, non-canon World War Hulk or Planet Hulk movie that had nothing to do with the MCU, you could have done that standalone, but you wasted that entire storyline. You know, Tony shot him with a laser. Oh, okay. Century, but Stark being Hulk with the missile. Okay, gotcha. Was he already depowered though when Stark got to him? Was he in Hulk form or was he in David Banner form? There's a big difference. And I like I said, I'm lazy. I don't feel like looking at and I don't feel like looking it up right now. I'm just going off what you guys tell me. But they wasted a huge storyline. Matter of fact, they had World War Hulk on Netflix last month. And I'm sitting there watching this shit like they really fucked this up. Namor sure is part of the Illuminati. He sure is. OTKP, thank you. It was 6 of them. Okay, got you. Dr. Doom killed Thanos. Sure did, Ryan. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So you're right. Okay, it was 6 guys. I just remember 4 that stood out to me. That's right. Namor was one of them. And he went through all of them one by one for what I remember. But that was a while ago, man, when I read those comics. So you guys know more than I do at this point. You know. But I mean, Marvel's did good for what they've done. But moving forward this next decade, y'all, it's gonna be some long, lean years from Marvel. I'm sorry if they don't start bringing in the big G, at least alluding to him. You're gonna have to bring in the big G. You're gonna start mentioning one of these X-Men pretty soon. I say within 5 years, you better start talking about these people. I don't even give a fuck if it's an Easter egg here or there, or a real brief end credit scene just alluding to this shit. In the next 5 years, you're gonna have to bring some of these. You're gonna have to. I'm not gonna say Marvel's done, but I think they're on the decline after Endgame, at least for the next 4 movies they got slated coming out. He was in Hulk form, but was losing power because of the energy Sentry radiates when he fights. Okay, got you, Griff. Thank you. Damn, Papa, man, you said, man, he said Stan died at the perfect time. Strangely enough, brother, you done said a mouthful right there. That's the realest shit that anyone said about this whole Stan Lee thing. I agree. And Dr. Doom knocks Silver Surfer off the surfboard. Dr. Doom best. Wait a minute, did he do that in the comics? Or you talking about that crappy ass movie? Yeah, Sentry movie would be dope. Yeah, after Endgame, you got to, like I said, within the next 5 years, you got to, without question. But I'm not ready to write off Marvel yet. I just think they're just on a decline. They're going to be on a decline at the Endgame. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am for the most part. But yeah, Captain Marvel, for the most part, forgettable. It was so like someone said earlier, it's a filler movie. That's how I liken it to a filler movie. Yes, you could call it a cash grab, twofold to make some more money and to kind of head Shazam off at the pass. And I don't think it's going to work. So we will never get the Living Tribunal. Don't be so. I wouldn't doubt it. Like I said, all the guys, all the cosmic potential that they have, they're talking about the Eternals movie. I mean, you can, like I said, you open up so many doors going that cosmic route, man, if done right. So I'm all for it. But for the most part, I see the rise of DC on the horizon. Let me see what DC got going on right now. After Shazam, what do we got for DC? And then you got James Gunn, Suicide Squad 2 with Idris Elba. Holy fucking cow! Wait a minute. Let's talk about that real quick. Idris Elba as Deadshot. I like Will Smith, but fucking Idris Elba as Deadshot, I'm there. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. And it's James Gunn, even though he's a weird pedo allegedly. Don't act like Guardians wasn't the first one was not a great movie, right? Did he not make you care about characters you didn't care about for in the comics? Let's be honest. I didn't care for the Guardians of the Galaxy comic books. I only remember, only thing I know about Drax is I remember he ripped out Thanos' heart. I don't care. I didn't give a fuck about no damn Gamora, no damn Rocket Raccoon. He made me care about these characters that I never cared about in comic book. That's great storytelling. Okay. Can you imagine James Gunn putting his twist on this motherfucking Suicide Squad shit with fucking Idris Elba? Yeah, Idris gonna show us how it's done. Yes, he is. Idris is probably my favorite black movie star. I mean, Idris, man, even though I'm still mad at him for that Beast of No Nation movie. I'm still mad at him for that shit, even though I'm sure he had to get a check, whatever. But so the Black Adam, whenever that pops up, should be pretty interesting with The Rock. Here's DC. This is what DC needs to do. Above all else, they need to do this Man of Steel 2. Pay Henry Cavill whatever the fuck money he wants. I don't want Supergirl. I want Man of Steel 2. Damn, did I just black out? Hold up. Yeah. DC needs Man of Steel 2. They need that shit so desperately. They're going to lose a lot of fans if they don't get this shit done soon. I'm happy about Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and this Batman reboot. I'm pissed about that. I thought Affleck was the perfect Batman for what they were trying to establish in this universe. I'm still mad about that shit, but Man of Steel 2 will help you get over that real quick. I need to see MOS 2. I don't want no damn Michael B. Jordan. Listen, I get it. The Black Superman version of what universe was it? You had the Black Superman icon. His name was Icon, right? And then you had another Black Superman. His name was Val. What was his name? Val-Kel, some shit. Alternate universe. I don't want to see no Michael B. Jordan. No. Go on, get that British dude. Go and give Henry Cavill what the fuck what he's asking for, the monies. Pay this man what the fuck he's worth. Right? Get this man his money so I can go ahead and, Oh yeah, Steph, I'm upset about this Batman thing, but if anybody can reboot this shit, Matt Reeves, what he's done with the Planet of the Apes trilogy, epic. Even though the third one, I was like, it happens. But I'm still hurting behind Affleck. This is what happens when execs play with stuff and they shouldn't be playing with. So yeah, I don't care about alternate Superman. See, this is what the problem. I don't want to see a black James Bond. I don't want to see a black Superman. Listen, let the white folk have their shit, man. Let the white folk have their shit. I can appreciate this shit. Okay, yeah. Do we need more diversity in comic book movies? I agree, man. I agree. But guess what? There's a shitload of black artists and comic book creators, and guess what? We don't support them people because we don't want to see black superheroes on the screen like that. I don't think y'all want to have this discussion with me right now. Y'all really don't want to see superpower niggas on screen like that. Let's stop playing. Okay. The most powerful black superhero you're gonna get on screen is probably Green Lantern. If John Stewart, if they ever do that shit, they don't let us have our own shit. Okay, Griff, I disagree. Let's look at Nigeria and Nollywood. They somehow make it work. Let's look at the Indians with Bollywood. They somehow make it work. Let's look at the Russians. Have you seen some of these Russian action films? Holy shit. Have you seen what the Thai people do with these Raid movies? They're doing an American version of the Raid with Frank what's his name? Frank Grillo. Right? So it's not like they're stopping us from doing anything. The problem is we want to be included with everything. instead of standing on our own and be like, this is going to be our own little square, our own piece of the pie. But guess what? It's not big enough for some of these niggas, their egos. They want their name and lights and the big and they want it on the big screen, right? They want it on the big marquee, right? Niggas don't want to show their movies in a small theater. They want to seen on 3,500 screens across the goddamn nation. That's it. It's egos. And then you want to browbeat white people and shame white people. Well, how come we can't get a black James Bond? What? And then you get mad when Ian Fleming's family say we will never have a black James Bond. And then you get mad. What you mad for? That's their shit. That's their shit, right? Then, you know, that goes into the whole civil rights thing. And I'm gonna touch on this real quick. The civil rights thing, at the end of the day, was niggas wanted to drink from somebody else's water fountain instead of their tables. Their own was not good enough. There, I said it. Civil rights was basically niggas saying, our shit ain't good enough. We want your shit. We want your food in your diners. We want your water out of your water fountains, right? That's what that shit basically boils down to, that no one wants to talk about or wants to admit. But I've seen some really dope action Russian films. And I'm reading the subtitles like a motherfucker. And I'm like, and they blowing shit up, kicking ass, shooting the fuck out of people and shit. So there's no excuse. They all can do it. Why can't we do it? And if we're the most talented people on the planet, right? Civil rights was not for black people. Yeah, I agree, timekeeper. I agree, but I don't want to digress or anything like that. Listen, let me say this: you do have a black James Bond. His name's Luther on the BBC, played by who? Idris Elba. There's your black James Bond. You're welcome. There's your black James Bond. Go watch Luther on BBC. That's just been on for 7-8 years now. You know what I'm saying? Ah, shit. Who the fuck is this calling me? Yeah.
What you doing?
I'm on a live stream.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm right down the street.
Damn. How long you gonna be out?
Not very long.
Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Luther. There's your black James Bond. Well, I'm gonna do a breakdown. Listen, I'm not gonna review no goddamn Lee Daniels movie. Quit playing with me. You better stop that shit. Let's see. Did I miss anything? No. Tyler Perry has made it. Well, yeah, Tyler Perry. Look what he's done in Atlanta. Everyone shoots their movies in Atlanta because of the tax breaks. It's cheaper to shoot, tax incentives, and all that good stuff. So there's no excuse as a people why we can't get it done. I'm just saying the reason why it does not get done is because too many black folks want to be on white platforms with their names in the big lights and letters on the big marquee. That's pretty much it. Let's see. I think that's it. I think that's it. Nobody wants to see Static Shock, bro. I don't want to see no damn Static Shock. I don't even watch the Black Lightning shit on the WB. I don't care about that shit. I'm sorry. I know we should be more supportive of black superheroes when we do get chances to be when they're shown. Listen, I watched maybe 2 episodes of Black Lightning. It was the first 2 when shit first came out. I never watched that shit again for my own reasons, but I had no interest in Black Lightning. Sorry, not sorry. No. Black Lightning is actually good. I'm sure it is. But guess what? I'm not interested in it. Didn't care for him in the comics. I damn sure don't care for him now. You know, that's I mean, that's me. That's me. See, now people saying it's trash. I remember watched the first episode and the daughter was a lesbian. I was like, not gonna work for me. Right? Hey, listen, I remember Static the cartoon and it was trash to me. I turned to fucking Batman Beyond and see what the fuck Terry McGinnis was doing. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I never cared for Static Shock like that. Is it important that he's a black character? Yeah, it's all great. It's all to the good. I just certain characters just don't hold the attention for me. Static was good. I don't know about that. Spawn was good. Wait. Spawn, the HBO animated Spawn was good. The movie with Michael Jai White, not so good. It was good seeing a brother on screen, but let's be honest, that movie was not good. I'm like I said, Cloak and Dagger. I have no interest in seeing that. I just don't. I just don't. Only Milestone Comics gets Static gets my vote. Black Lightning is black exploitation, and Static Shock was for the white kids. Stupid. What was the young girl's name with big hair? Who's the actress? I mean, and what show? Yeah, come on, y'all. Y'all know when y'all watch that motherfucking Spawn movie on HBO on cable television, you're just looking at this shit like this was trash. Yeah, they're doing a reboot with Jamie Foxx, but he has no speaking lines. He has maybe 15 minutes of on-screen time in this Spawn reboot. No speaking lines. Michael B. Jordan as Blade? No. I think the perfect TV Blade character was Sticky Fingers. For my old heads, I remember the Blade TV series with Sticky Fingers. He was dope. And they killed that series after one season. I don't even think he got a full season out of that. That shit was dope because then it gave the backstory of when Whisper met Blade, and then Blade kicked his fucking knee out, and that's how Whisper has the brace because he tore his ACL by kicking his knee out. It's like, wow, all my old heads remember Sticky Fingers was a dope ass Blade for the TV series. Yeah, he was dope. Yeah. I think y'all giving Michael B. Jordan too much credit, y'all. Y'all been watching too many damn Creed movies. That nigga got a big jaw. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yeah, he got a big ass jaw, and that's about it. You know, I remember watching him in Fruitvale Station. Okay, it was a decent movie. You know, people were like, "Oh my God, Michael B. Jordan's the next big. He's the next thing in Hollywood." I was like, okay. I mean, I guess, man. Like, you know, and the Killmonger shit was cool. It resonated with me, right? Okay, let's be honest. Okay, he played an angry black man. That I think 99% of black men could identify with Killmonger. He's an angry black man. Let's be honest. Yeah, on the wire. Yeah, when he was snitching and they was about to shoot him, he's like, oh, "Wait a minute, man! Don't don't kill me." I remember that shit. Yeah, HBO Spawn was dope. HBO Spawn was dope. Wait, Haitian Fat, the Sticky Finger Spawn was stupid trash. What? Sticky Finger Spawn? You mean Sticky Fingers Blade? Michael Jai White's Blade as a TV series, not on the big screen. Now, here's my thing. I know this sounds weird. I know this sounds weird. Bear with me. Because of Wesley Snipes, he made dark skinned brothers look good on screen. Okay. Wesley Snipes made dark skinned brothers look immaculate on screen, especially when it came to um, roles where it needed to exude masculinity, right? Like a man, right? He did that shit in spades, right? I don't want to see a light skinned dude play Spawn or play Blade. Now, don't get me wrong. Sticky Fingers did a good job TV series wise. I'm talking on the big ass screen. I want to see a dark skinned dude play Blade. Thanks to Wesley. I know it sounds crazy. This is me. This is my opinion. This is what when I take it all in because my daddy dark skinned. So why would I not want to see a dark skinned man in power and authority um in the masculine setting, right? This is me. This is right. I grew up. My daddy is dark, so when I think man, shit, tough guy, shit, I think a dark skinned dude, right? This is me, okay? And seeing Wesley in that particular role, and he made it so fucking cool. Shaft for me, growing up, Shaft, another dark skinned brother. My dad looks just like fucking Richard Roundtree. I told my dad a month ago. I said, "Dad, anyone ever tell you look like Richard Roundtree?" And I swear to God, he does because he shaved head and shaved the mustache. You put my dad and Richard Roundtree next to each other, you think they're brothers, literally. So I grew up dark skinned men in the proper forms of masculinity. I don't want to see no light skinned nigga. I don't want to see no Michael Ealy nigga play Spawn or play Blade on the big screen. TV show, I don't care. On the big screen where it really counts, I want a dark skinned nigga playing Blade. This is why I like Idris Elba. This is why he's my favorite fucking movie guy. Idris Elba. The dude he's a fucking movie star, right? He's cool as shit, and he's dark skinned, and he's got the fucking accent. You know, the ladies the fucking love Idris. This nigga can do no wrong in my eyes, right? Yeah, no pretty boy Blaze. Not saying Wesley's not an ugly dude, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, I don't want no Michael Ealy niggas playing Blade. I just no. Even in the comics, he was a darker complected hue, right? Fuck Idris. Nah, man, come on, man. No Idris Elba slander, dog. No Idris Elba slander. That's like skin bias. I'm just Griff said, "Yo, Pop, you just scared me, nigga. You still scare me now." Shit. Hey, hey, Griff, this nigga, my dad called me. I'd be like, fuck, what does he want? My pops never called to say, hey, how you doing? I love you. He'd be like, what did you or why? Right? It's always what did you do or what is this and why? My pops never called me to say, how you doing? How was your day? It'd be some shit that like, why is this shit not going the way I see fit? That's my pops. Yo, Mahershala Ali. I like him. Oh, yeah, Idris is hosting us at SNL. Dope, dope, dope. Mahershala Ali. Even though I'm still mad at him for doing that Moonlight shit, I like him. I like Mahershala. When he was Cottonmouth of on the Luke Cage, like he was the star to me. Like when they killed him off, I was like, this is some bullshit. Like Cottonmouth was a badass character to me. I like Mahershala, even though him and when he was in he played the character Vector was a bit watered down and Alita Battle Angel, but Mahershala, I like the dude. I like him. Like, I can't stand that dude, but he does good roles, man. Mainly. Yo, used to scatter. You stupid. Don't call me Cottonmouth. But no, I like Mahershala. I like the young kid Shamik Moore from the movie Dope. I like him. I don't think he gets enough roles. I want to see him do more stuff. Unfortunately, not that it's his fault. That's right. Mahershala was the uncle in Spider-Man, Spider-Verse. He sure was. Yes, he was. Good pickup. Power Gray. They gonna cast Drake as the next Blade. That shit would flop so hard, dog. Yeah, Shamik was up for the Black Panther role. He made the last final additions. It was between him and Chadwick. Have I seen the Black Butler anime? I have not. Now, if you said Black Bible, I've watched that anime. Well, I mean, okay, South Soldier Idris why is Idris a sellout? Because he did look, he already did Beast of No Nation, dog. If you know what the Beast of No Nation movie was about, he's already sold out. He'd already did it. But for the most part, his roles are pretty much positive, manly roles. And then he's playing his badass in Hobbs and Shaw, right? Like you ain't never seen Idris in no real punk ass roles, no real goofy ass roles. Am I watching? I've watched all of Bible Blacks, all of them. I've watched all of I've watched all of the Bible Blacks. I've watched them all. I ain't shit. Let me see what else. Yeah, Stringer Bell. Yeah. I mean, like I said, a Beast from No Nation aside, and not even the movie with the white chick. What was the movie with the white chick where their plane crashed, and this was I had a discussion with somebody. What was the name of that movie, y'all? With the white chick, the plane crashed, and they had to she was injured, and he had to help her. And what's the name of the movie? Someone name the movie. Favorite anime? Legend of the Overfiend. Only those that know about Legend of the Overfiend know what I'm talking about. But the movie with Idris and the white chick, they're in the wilderness, and you know what I mean. Idris was a punk ass in a horrendous Beyonce fatal drive. Oh, what was it called? I know what you're talking about. It wasn't that bad. The mountain between us with the bitch from Titanic, Carrie and Miss Daisy. Oh my God, you guys are going in. Okay, what y'all going in? Wait a minute. Wait. Wait, okay. What? Here's the thing. So if we go by if we apply this, if we apply real world logic to that Idris Elba movie with the white chick, the plane goes down, they're stranded, she's fucked up. Okay, if you're in that position, are you gonna just leave the bitch to die? Yes or no? Are you? Have I watched How You Made No Evil? I've only watched a couple episodes. Um, I'm just saying, damn, Stephanie. So y'all gonna leave a woman just to die on the mountain, right? So he went out, he tended to her injuries, and but then when he got sick, the white woman did the same thing. She said, "Y'all some savages. Y'all would leave the woman to die, huh? Y'all ain't going to heaven. Y'all ain't nothing but devils. Look at y'all talking about yes, talking about I'm eating her." Wait, wait, y'all killing me. One thing twice. Oh my god, really? This nigga said eat her. Timekeeper said he gonna eat her. She has a fat food protein. Y'all killing me right now, for real. And then what? Okay, for all you evil mofos, what ended up happening in the movie? He got injured, and she had to go fend and find help and do what he did for her, right? And then I will agree at the end movie of the movie was some sucker shit because he was falling for the chick, and he walked into the hospital room in her room, and her husband was there, whatever, right? And and then they went on with their lives, and I guess some he seen her again or something. They did a little kiss thing, whatever. I mean, could you not see that happening in real life? She'll have a tan, all right, over the roaster fire. Y'all are savages. You guys are whole savages. South Soldier's the realest one of them. He said, "I'll be Captain Save-A-Ho." See, they thank you. Simp ass movie. Really? Really? Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know you people anymore. Who are you people? Who are you people? No, Dante, at the end, they got together. At the very end, they got together. He should have taken the husband out that system. Ariel said, "I'm glad he just only dates black women." Oh my goodness. Ryan said, "Let the wolves take her." Lord have mercy. KT is not saving her. I don't know about y'all. Shame on y'all. It's all good, Miss B. It's all good. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. We're gonna end this on a very cannibalistic note. Right? All these potential murderers. South Soldier, exactly. Worst case, these manslaughterers, right? Because murder means you have to kill. These guys would just let her die. So that's manslaughter. Y'all going to hell with a scholarship. That bitch let Leo die on Titanic. She had room on the raft. Wait a minute. I thought she was on the door. Right? It wasn't a raft. She was on a door. Right? That's what she said to float on the door. What did he say to her before he drowned or something? What was Leo's last dying words to the woman while she was on the fucking door floating in the ocean? I hated Titanic. I hated that movie, man. Dude's always dying for the bride. But I thought it was sad at the end when she was reflecting on her experience and how much that dude really meant to her, right? Can't we all just get a life jacket? I guess not. Hell University. That bitch let him die. She can never be forgiven. He was a simp too. Yeah, I'm not about to do that for some chick I don't really know like that. Yeah, I'm not drowning for nobody. You better come get your wife, bro, because I'm not sacrificing myself for nobody. She lived the old age and she was a damn murderer. Wow. Yeah, I'm not drowning. I'm not going to be Jack from the Titanic. That's what I'm not going to be. So, With that being said, yo, good discussion. The next movie review, like together as a crew, it's gonna be us. It's gonna be us. Now, and I know people are saying, he's connecting the movies. He's telling us to get out of the U.S. I've heard so many people say that's what. Listen, why would Jordan? And I'm just being devil's advocate for those that watch, seen Get Out, and those that are going to go see us. Why would Jordan Peele tell black people to allegedly get out of the U.S. when roughly 70% of black folk cannot afford to leave the country? What just humor me on that point, y'all. It's like, seriously, if you're one of those people that believe that he's telling you to get out the US, what sense would it be for him to warn black folk to get out of the country when roughly 70% of black folk cannot afford to leave the country? Where are they gonna go? Just humor me. Please, someone answer that question for me. Where are you gonna go? When the shit hits the fan and they lock it down for real, and you can't, there's curfews and there's armed guards and tanks strolling you're rolling your streets. Where are you going to go in the world? Power Grace said going back to sleep. I'm just saying, why? What what sense would it make for him to tell black folk that can't afford to go? Right? I'm just exactly, where are we going? People married to a white woman. This nigga ain't telling us to leave. I'm just saying. Like I said, I've heard a lot of black folk are like, "Yo, he's telling us to get out the U.S. and go where? You don't speak Spanish. You damn sure can't go down to South America. Venezuela's shit. Mexico don't. Mexicans don't fuck with black folk like that. Even if you know Spanish, where you gonna go? You gonna go to Europe? You think it's racist here? Take your chances in Europe, where they still call you a monkey, and flat out will call you a monkey to your face. He's telling you the ones that can. Well, then they don't. So you mean to tell me his point is to only tell the select few that can get out to get out, and just let the rest of us just whatever comes our way comes our way. Okay. Going to El Segundo. Oh my goodness! It was just a question because, like I said, I've seen everybody like, "Yo, he's told us to get." I've seen all these videos trying to break down the movies and connect the dots, and it is what it is, man. Really get out the U.S., huh? Okay. That me. So out of 40 million blacks, 30%